It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marquis Saint. And every morning I get up, I go live on my YouTube channel, Periscope, Instagram Live, whatever it took, so I could reach people, reach, preach, and teach. Oh, plastic pocket challenge. Get in the game. Some plastic. This is how you do it every time. Do the plastic pocket challenge. Each one of us can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and limited amounts of trash, and then all of our environments would be better. And now you got the morning marijuana motivation. I'm your hostess with the mostest. I'm gonna get us started. This morning we're gonna talk about real over feel, and this is our minds playing tricks on us. And every morning we talk about getting our minds right, our thoughts right, so our lives can be right. And that's why we call it Saint's Addiction. I had to get over my addictions and get saintly pretty quick. And somebody cue the intro. Here we go. Morning walk, man. I love this. I almost didn't go on this walk. My hip was hurting. I don't know why. And you know what it's like when you're comfortable. You're there. You're salient. You're right there doing the thing that you want to do. And then there's this other thing that moves you forward in your future or your life right now, actually, and change the whole way you feel. It's so weird. You can be really intense with someone, angry at them. Next person comes up that you love, that feeling, that emotion stops. You can be tied down. I call it the lockjaw, right? You bite into something like a pit bull. I'm fighting you. Let go of it. Here comes the dog part. And because you saw another toy. You saw something else that you liked, and the feelings, go all over the place. Our feelings, 80% of our decisions, dictate us. Do I really want to go work out? Said no one ever. I mean, most people, I mean, at least unless you're addicted to it, right? Which I've been addicted to working out, men's workout tanks, women's workout tanks, right? I want you to look good and feel good, right? But it's also the attitude, right? The little thoughts and the feelings that trick us into not doing the things that we should be doing or wish to do, but we don't feel like it, right? I don't feel like it. Oh man, you should come out and meet some chicks. I don't feel like it. No wonder why, because your feelings are all over the place. You don't know, because you're all up in your own head. Look, these both dudes are on their phone. How funny is that? They're both with the dog parks, separate dog parks. Both dudes with hats and jackets with their phones. One dog, one man, one phone. What's up, man? Good morning. So when you get out and you get up and you go like, oh, wait, hold up. What emotion do I really want, right? I talked about the Price is Right. When you spin the wheel, ding, and that's your price, right? And a lot of people, they get stuck. Like they can't move that wheel. They can't, you've seen it. Everybody tries to jump and pull the whole wheel and spin it around and get a real good spin. We don't spin shit. We want to stay comfortable. We want to stay numb. And that's something that's really shocking to me because like, especially some of this stuff, especially some of these drugs, like alcohol is a drug. It's a number. It's literally, I like to think this is what happened to my dad. Alcoholic, I think he's sober now. But when he was drinking, he was working construction. And you know how it feels. Like, fuck, my hip hurts, but I wasn't working construction. And it makes you want to feel something, right? You don't want to do something because it might feel a certain type of way. Like, how are you not going to throw away your own plastic bottle when the trash can's right there? Oh, man. And they left their ball. So, plastic pocket challenge. Looks like somebody left their food in a Propel. So, we'll see what to do with that. I might just leave it by the trash can in case somebody needs a water. Leave it on top of it or something. But that's us inside of our heads, catastrophizing, making things that aren't a reality into a reality, or not making them. You know, I keep talking about how powerful of a magnet. It's the Kansas City Chiefs football. Yeah. Chiefs. It's the chefs. How cool is that? So I got a football too. I have to make this thing work, put it in work. Let me put it here, and hopefully somebody can come get it. Yeah, somebody will be like, yeah, that's mine. I'm like, good, because you left it. Okay, perfect. That should be good. And that's it. That's our lives. We get inside of our heads, and we determine our own reality. It's the magnet polarity that we put out there, and it's the way that we think will be our own behavior, right? If we think that people are in essence in that, what's the word I'm looking for? Innately, if they are innately, inherently evil, you're gonna project that evil. People are gonna come at you all sorts of type of ways. But like they said, it's my bestie over there, Mr. Fred Rogers, would tell you, look for the heroes, man. Look for the people running in the opposite direction, looking for the people. I like to think I'm that kind of people. I almost got destroyed, had suicidal thoughts. My son died. Nothing was worth it anymore. So if you're getting this channel, you know what I'm talking about. Depression Survivors Unite. We have things that make us so emotional. Like we assume the future will always be that way. And that's something that a broken mind or a mending mind needs to heal itself, is to be able to tell yourself that just because you made a mistake doesn't mean you have a future mistake. And forgiveness, not only for the person that did you wrong, so you have forgiveness in yourself, so you can forgive yourself. It's such a huge thing to forgive ourselves and be like, yeah, man, you were doing that, but you were all emotional and you were all up in your head, and that's the way you that's the reason you reacted that way. Next time you can do better. And it's these kind of audibles that I've been doing out loud. I've literally been saying these things out loud. I say to the people, or to myself, actually, not to the people, to myself. I go, oh, that ain't accurate, Mark. So if I'm gonna have a quiet voice inside of my head, I'm gonna have an even more loud voice outside of my head saying what really happened. And that's why we had to say real over feel, because you can feel something and it can lie to you. It can have you for the rest of your life feeling a certain type of way about your parents, your history, your upbringing, your background. You can keep ruminating, but that stuff doesn't change, right? We have this way of having regret inside of ourselves when we know this is right? Days go by. We keep getting lapped by the sun. It just keeps going around the planet. And that's when I know I need to rise. So we talk about the most important part of the day is the rise part, and get over the way you feel and get into the real. Like what's really making you do the things that you're doing, and why are you doing it, right? Why am I really acting this way? Is it because me and her could take a photo together? No, that wasn't what the argument was about. It was about control. And if you go deeper, you get more real with yourself. And that's why I think my Saints Addiction show got so successful, or I don't consider extremely successful, but got any kind of traction, was keeping it real. Do I want to tell the world about my abortion? No, I wanted to have my child. I wanted to have a future and love this woman and have a wife and kids. That was my plan. Did it work out? It did not. And I got to talk about the things that didn't work. A lot of people want to talk about the things that are so awesome. Yeah, man, I got this. I got that, I got all these things. And it's just like, do you have the ability to talk to yourself properly? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? But there we are in our lives doing things to make ourselves feel better, but not actually really be better. And that's a huge difference. I mean, on social media and everything, everybody looks so fucking happy because they've trimmed around the fat, right? They trimmed around the truth. And that's not what we do around here at Saints Addiction. We're telling the truth up front. Convict up front, you know what I'm saying? Like most people, the chicks say I gave an addict and a 3-time felon a chance. First of all, bitch, keep calling me names, see what happens. Second of all, keep judging, see what happens. And third of all, I was only a felon because I like to smoke weed. I had only an 8th on me, so keep talking that shit when we get the flyover. Yeah. People are always going to have a separate perspective, but doesn't mean it's reality. And that's the conversation that we had to have this morning, Marijuana Motivation. This is not always true what we have inside of our minds, right? Whether it's nobler in the mind, is what my great aunt used to say. She would say, I think it's Macbeth, and it would say something to, whether it's nobler in the mind, to be or not to be. I don't know. Anyway, my point is to just you against your mind. And this is something that we all struggle with. We all have a cerebral system. We all work off a stimulus. And if it's rolling in your head to feel a certain type of way, then that's the reaction you're going to get. So it's something up to us inside of ourselves and go, do I want to be real or do I want to feel? Do I want to be inside my heart and say, I love my life from the top of my lungs? Or do I want to just sit there and just stare at my phone? The choice is up to you. That's your morning marijuana motivation. On my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saints Addiction, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and fiendish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe and survive. All right, I'll see you. Peace and love. Ciao. Keep shining, keep shining, keep shining.